Wife and I are traveling to New Zealand tomorrow.
Yay!
We're actually traveling for work, so it's not really like, yeah. But let's see what the iPhone 13 mini is like to travel with in 2025. Especially after using these ginormous Ultra phones compared to these. Look at that. Look at the size difference. So, for the next couple weeks, I'm going to have the iPhone 13 mini in my left pocket, and I'm going to have a random Ultra phone in my right pocket, just to give me more context and more appreciation of this form factor. Apple over-engineered the iPhone 12 mini back in 2020. It was an incredible feat to cram in all the tech of the bigger iPhone into a much smaller form factor, compromising only on the battery. So in 2021, they bumped up the battery capacity, combined with a 15% more efficient A15 Bionic chipset, made the 13 mini last as long as the regular iPhone 12 Pro. Apple decided to stop selling the mini iPhones because they're hard to make and they only accounted for 5% of the total iPhone 13 sales.
Let's go.
All right, let's go.
Let's go.
That very night, we dropped off our fat babies to Grandma's house. Then we packed our gear bag and tech bag. A7S III camera, my X-Real glasses, my 65 watt U-Green brick, Charge Ice Mag. It's my charger for my iPhone 13 mini because this battery dies every 5 seconds. Oh, my new addition to everyday carry, it's this. And on the other side pocket, I'm gonna put in my Meta Ray-Bans. So wife's, so that's the Sony XM5s.
This.
X-Real glasses for movies on the plane. Any other tech? Oh, nothing here.
This.
What's that? Oh, it's a power charger.
And then that's it.
And you're bringing a Flip 6 as well.
Flip, yes.
Rise and shine, humans. 5:13 a.m. By the way, I did get a battery replacement on this guy. So this is sitting at 100% battery health. So it'll be interesting to see how it does through the whole day. So let's see how it goes. Dad offered to take us to the airport. We dropped off our bags, took a compulsory selfie at the departure sign with the Z Flip 6. So we've officially made it through security. We've got a couple hours and I almost forgot to do something super important, which is installing the eSIM for travel on this phone. The last time wife and I flew out to New Zealand, our roaming charges went through the roof. So this time I've partnered up with Airalo. So as soon as I land, it should be all good. But you have to get it all set up before you leave Australia, because once you go there, you need internet connection to do it, right? So I'm gonna do it right now. So you just download the app, select the country you're going to, tap on the package you want, then follow the easy instructions to install the eSIM. By the way, you can easily top it up on the go if you're running low on data, so don't worry about the package you start with. By 8 a.m, I was sitting on about 89% battery with only 33 minutes of screen on time. We hopped on a plane and watched the movie all the way to New Zealand. Literally just landed. The first thing I want to see, do I actually have data? That's it, just like that. It's working. Dude, that was so easy. Oh my gosh, look at that. Came on, turned it on, eSIM's working. This is brilliant. Do you approve, Airalo?
I approve.
The lady next to me asked for help because her roaming wasn't working. So I just had to rub it in. This is why, have you heard of eSIM?
No.
So we're on a eSIM, you download an app.
Right.
Check this out, I'll show you right now. Welcome to New Zealand. If you're gonna use Airalo, use my code Samuel to get a whopping $3 off. Why are you laughing? It's $3. By the way, you can access it on the QR code I'll just chuck on the screen. So if you're watching it on a TV, scan that and sign up. Or I'll leave all the links and stuff like that in the description. Check it out. Since my eSIM was connected to the iPhone 13 mini, I had to exclusively use the mini as our Uber, and navigation phone whilst in New Zealand. I should have chucked the eSIM on my Xiaomi 15 Ultra, which has a much bigger battery, but this will be a good test to see if the 13 mini is even usable on travel. I think it's because I got two phones on me that the 13 mini doesn't die that quick. Because I do all the heavy loading and the movie watching and all the YouTube and everything on this big guy. That's probably why the 13 mini is surviving. We navigated using the smallest phone on us to get to our first stop for an early dinner. Then we stopped by this gangster cafe with the best hot chocolate in the world. One thing I noticed so far on this travel was that I never once used the 13 mini camera. Especially because I had the 15 Ultra in my right pocket. Bro, hear me out. You see that? 3 hours screen on time. Okay, I've been navigating everywhere here. New Zealand. It's 7 p.m. and I'm still at 24. Still at 24%. That is pretty gold. Now, what's my final verdict on the iPhone 13 mini battery, especially at 100% battery health? It still sucks. I don't think you'll get a full day's use, especially when you're traveling, because you use the phone a lot more when you're traveling. So when you're waiting for stuff, you're on social media. When you're at a cafe or wherever, you are hotspotting. When you're going somewhere, you are navigating. So you do use the phone a little bit more on travel. In saying that, I did not have any battery anxiety whatsoever because I had a MagSafe charger in my bag, which I didn't use once. And I think I didn't use that MagSafe charger, especially because I had a second phone. So what I do when I'm not traveling and I'm just at home, I've got this MagSafe charger thing on my table. So when I'm just chilling at home doing editing, I just slap it on there. So to me, it actually hasn't been a problem. I never thought, oh man, I'm gonna run out of battery. That's never happened. But the benefits of the portability outweigh this small battery for me anyway. Let's get back to New Zealand. This is now day 2.
Good morning. We woke up pretty early today, maybe about 6:30 or so. So we're gonna go to a gangster cafe, chill out for a bit, grab a coffee. We're navigating to a cafe with the 13 mini because this has the SIM card, or the eSIM anyway. I swear there was another line I had to do for the eSIM. I gotta go check the script.
We found the best cafe in Auckland called Remedy Coffee. And this is how I bought my iPhone 13 mini. The way I got this phone, you can't buy this brand new anymore. So there was a guy selling 13 mini in white. So I was like, yes, I want a white one. Did a battery change, took it home, and my wife's like, why did you buy a pink one? I'm like, what do you mean? It's white. The guy said it's white. Turns out, me and the guy that sold this to me were colorblind. I then played some Pac-Man at the cafe right before our shoot. One of the main reasons why I am actually using this 13 mini is because it has the ability to connect to the best smartwatch in the world. You know, I just called an Uber. Look at that. See, even it's got the color even. That's my Uber. We then did the shoot setup, then wrapped up in the afternoon and headed back to our Airbnb. Oh, all right. The best thing about this 5.4-inch form factor is the small size and portability. What did you like about your pink iPhone 13 mini?
I think this is
Just hold it and just to remind yourself how good it was.
this is the best invention that Apple ever made to me.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I love the size. Oh, how light it is.
Yeah. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome. Apple has hired me to be the new CEO of Apple because you've played it safe, but I made Apple lots of money. Nah, get out. All right, team, we're gonna make a new product. Here are the specs. First of all, it's gonna have a 5.4-inch display with slimmer bezels.
No.
You're fired. Get out. What do you think?
More iPhone, that's a good idea.
You can stay. It's also dynamic island.
Yay!
120 hertz LTPO display.
Yay!
4,500 milliamp hour silicon carbon battery.
Yay!
A 100 watt wired and a 50 watt wireless fast charging. And on the back, because I love pixels, we're gonna have a horizontal triple camera setup. I call this the iPhone 17 Pro Mini. Mini. Why did you upgrade to the 16 Pro?
First of all, like the battery was just too small.
You got 16 Pro because bigger battery?
No, I like the update on the camera. Also, you know, the camera button.
It's not camera button, by the way, it's camera control.
Button!
So far on my testing on iOS 18, which is the latest one, I'm getting about 4 hours of screen on time. 3 to 4 hours, which isn't great, but whatever, it's not that bad. Oh, one thing, I refuse to use this lightning cable, so I actually haven't charged it with the lightning cable.
Oh.
I've only wirelessly charged it, if you haven't realized.
But then how
That's
do you
I-
charge your phone when you're driving, like Tesla? Because, you know, with this phone, the one problem was, you know, because, you know, the Tesla, the charging dock, is it too big for this phone?
It's
So-
too high up. So
Yeah.
the phone is so small, it doesn't charge.
So I always had to use the
No. So
cable.
in the Tesla, what I do is I actually use my MagSafe charger and then I put it in the glove box. Or you can put like AirPods underneath and then it charges. You can do that. Another thing that's not that great with this phone is the cameras. It's good enough, but it's not great.
It's good enough.
It's good. It was good until I used this.
Yeah.
Like, look at the camera difference. Look at that.
I still like it. Has like vintage kind of very Apple style video.
See, this is what all the Apple loving people say. It's got a crap sensor and a crap lens in there, hence making it look vintage. Whereas this has a massive 1-inch sensor. I'll put on the screen how big a 1-inch sensor is compared to this. 1/1.9. That's pretty small. That sensor's pretty small. Like, feel that, like, camera bump. How big is that bump?
But I don't think you're never gonna lose this phone. It
Fine.
has a weird sound.
Yeah, that sound is the sound of the amazing technology moving around in there. One of the main reasons why I'm using this 13 mini, other than portability, is the fact that it works with this Watch Ultra. With
But you can't connect
Apple
Android
Watch.
phone to Apple Watch.
Because Apple's tied us. They know. They got me by the nuts. You like your Apple Watch.
Airalo.
I think
This is really easy to use.
Sign up to Airalo right now, immediately. And then,
Easy peasy.
yeah, it's
But
awesome.
you were so happy when the lady next to us, she was struggling.
Okay, so look, this is not part of the sponsorship. I was connecting to Airalo and I was telling my wife out loud, oh, how good is this? It's so easy. We're connected to the internet already. Wow, this is so cool. And as I was saying that, the lady next to me was like, oh, my roaming's not working. How do you have it? And then I was like, have you seen Airalo? This is why. Have you heard of eSIM?
No.
So we're on a eSIM. You download an app.
Right. With your camera.
Yeah, I actually filmed it. Have you seen this? This is awesome. You're an idiot.